so glad to be here. My name is Barbara Mikulski. I'm a United States Senator from Maryland, your neighbor. And I am here today as your neighbor. I'm going to talk about Barack Obama. I'm going to talk about Joe Biden. I'm going to talk about us and our future. I'm going to talk about change that makes a difference. But first of all, I'm going to talk about you. God bless you for being here. Thank you for participating in the political process. I know that every single person here in this audience puts in 3 shifts. One in the workplace to earn a living. The second with your own family to make the living worthwhile. And number 3, you're around here to change America so we can all have a better living. Thank you. But you and I know that we, women in America, are mad as hell and we don't want to take it anymore. 200 years ago, Abigail Adams wrote to John and she said, if you forget the ladies, we're going to ferment another American Revolution. Well, the Democrats aren't going to forget the ladies, but we need to ferment another American Revolution. So I'm here today to say to you, we've got to get ready here. Okay? Women, square your shoulders. Women, Democratic women, we wear lipstick too. And get out there and really take Barack and Biden with us to the White House. We need somebody that gets it. And what we don't need to get is 4 more years of a George Bush sound-alike. And we don't need another George Bush in earrings being the number 2 spot. We need Barack, and we need Joe, and we needed November 4th, we needed November 5th, we needed in the year 2009 and 10. We need them to take us to the next century. Now, much has been said about a bridge, about building a bridge to nowhere. Our team is talking about building a bridge to somewhere. And that's why we're here today. You've all listened to Senator Obama, and today you're going to listen to Senator Biden. One of the reasons I wanted to come to Virginia as your neighbor across the Potomac to say this: I know Joe. I know Joe. What a terrific choice Senator Obama made in picking him as a running mate. He is solid, he is seasoned, he's ready to go. You know of his reputation. He's a foreign policy guru. He's also been tough on crime. He's fought predators around the world and predators against their own children on the internet or in our playgrounds. We know that Joe is tough, and we know that we can count on Joe. Well, let me tell you how I know Joe. When I came to the United States Senate, I was the only Democratic woman. And though I said I was all by myself, I was never alone because of the great Democratic guys that were there and because of Joe Biden. And in my time to the Senate, I've reached out to Joe, and every time I've reached out to Joe, he was there. When I reached out to Joe, when we, the women, were fighting to make sure the Republicans did not privatize Social Security, we didn't want casinos, I reached out to Joe, and Joe was there and stood with us. When I found out that breast cancer research was so spartan and skimpy, and organized a coalition of people in the Senate, I reached out to Joe, and Joe was there to work there to raise that. And when we look at an issue like pay equity, when John McCain couldn't even just show up for a vote, we reached out to Joe, we reached out to Barack. They were there to give a voice, they were there to give a vote. When we reach out, they are there when we need them. But along the way, Joe reached out to me. And one day he called me in the mid-90s and said, Barb, I want to do something to stop violence against women. Barb, I know you're a social worker. I know that you were a child abuse worker in Baltimore. I knew that you were in the city council. You changed the rules on how rape victims were treated, both for evidence and in the courts. I need help. I need an ally. And I said, Joe, what is it you want to do? He said, first of all, when women need help, I want there to be a place to go. They need shelters for battered women. I said, sign me up. He said, and also, when they've been subjected to vile and violent things, I want them to feel that the police and the courts and the system is on their side. I said, sign me up. Then he said, I also want to have a hotline that no matter where you are, whether you're in Baltimore or whether you're in Des Moines or whether you're in San Francisco or whether you're in Fargo, that you have a hotline to call. He reached out and I reached back. The Violence of Women Act got passed, and as of today, 1.5 million could dial 1-800-HELP and got help. And today, we need to dial 1-800-JOE. He needs our help. Let's suit up!